Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to Celestial Wisdom Tarot. It is such an honor and pleasure to have you here with me today. And we're gonna do a pick a card reading, but just before we get into that, I have something new that an idea that popped into my mind, and I thought it would be really nice to do. So basically, what I thought of was there are this list of oracle decks and tarot decks that I would like to purchase for my collection, and obviously so I have more variety to do the pick a card readings here for YouTube and for you guys. So I didn't know which one to buy first, obviously, because there are so many that I want to add to my collection. So what I thought was that I did a list of them, right, and I numbered them all, and I thought we could draw them randomly. So I wrote numbers that correspond to specific decks and popped them into this little ashtray of mine. I made it with a friend in one of those pottery class kind of things. I don't smoke, so I don't use it as an ashtray, but I usually have my jewelry on it. And I thought it would be really cool and handy for the purpose of, drawing out the random numbers. So yeah, I'll be drawing out random numbers that correspond to specific oracles and tarot decks that I've written down on a list. I'll be buying whichever one I draw out of here randomly, and I'll make a video of me opening up that deck, like an unboxing video, and I'll do a review for you guys of the deck. We'll show you all the cards, and then the following pick a card reading that I do for the channel, I'll be using that specific deck. I hope that makes sense. But I'm really excited about it, so let's just draw a random number out of here. Let's see which one we have got. Okay, we have number 23. Okay, I actually wrote down twice number 21, so let me just check which one. Actually, this would be number 23 then. The Time Traveler's Oracle. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna highlight that one so I know that that's the one I need to get and to know that that one is out of the drawer. But there you go. I'll be purchasing this deck and I'll bring it to the channel in a unboxing video for us. So that's pretty exciting. I will obviously be getting rid of number 23, and then each week whenever I bring a new video to the channel, we'll be drawing a new number out of here and I'll be purchasing a new deck. And as always, I'll be bringing it here to you guys as a unboxing video and then a pick a card reading including the new deck. Okay, numbers aside, and let's pick. I'm feeling like only 2 options today instead of 3, so let's pick out 2 crystals for our piles. I'm actually really feeling the amethyst, the raw amethyst chunk, and I'm really being cold to the rose quartz heart-shaped crystal. So those are gonna be our 2 options today, and I'm going to shuffle on camera these cards here, which will be the ones that will serve as your indicators so you can pick a pile. So you're gonna use the visuals from these cards and the crystals for you to Pause the video, take a deep breath, connect to your intuition, and choose which pile calls out the most to you. It could be that both of them call out to you, and in that case, please watch both videos, as there could be messages from spirit to you in both piles. So let's just ask spirit, what would you like pile number 1 to know at this moment in time? What would you like to bring out to piles number 1's attention? Oop, oop, oop. Too many, but I will get this first one. Okay, we have got the cave for pile number 1. Okay, and for pile number 2, we have got the empty room. So feel free to pause the video, take as much time as you need, and pick one of the piles, and we will be shuffling more cards on camera for each one of them, and then we will get into our reading. Okay, so now we are going to put pile number 2 aside, and we are going to start with our pile number 1. Okay, my beautiful pile number 1, if you have chosen the Amethyst crystal and the cave archetype card, this will be your reading. I just would like to start your reading by mentioning that the cave, this card, is coming out as a calling for you to retrieve, for you to go inside, for you to access your cave, because it's in there that we get to go deeper within ourselves. So the cave is that deep aspect of who you are, that deep part of you who is in touch with your higher self. But we don't get to every day be in that place. We don't get to every day be in contact with our higher selves. We need to choose to retreat. We need to choose to go into the cave of our own being to access that part of ourselves. So we'll be getting more cards to proceed within your reading, but I feel like you are being called to go within with this cave card. So I will pop your crystal up here, that card over there, and let's get some more oracle cards for you. See what spirit has to tell you, what spirit has to say. Please, spirit, what messages have you got for pile number 1 today? What would you like pile number 1 to know? What messages have you got for pile number 1 today? Please, spirit, come through and tell us, what would you like pile number 1 to know? What would you like pile number 1 to be aware of? What messages have you got for pile number 1? I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, let's just take more cards before we get into your reading. Please, spirit, come forth and tell us, what is it that you would like pile number 1 to know at this moment? What would you like to bring to their awareness? What message have you got for pile number 1 right now, spirit? Please, spirit, come through and tell us what you would like pile number 1 to know. Wow, that really jumped out. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Okay. we're gonna get some more oracles. We are going to start with oracles, and then we are going to move on to tarot. Okay, Spirit, come through and tell us what you would like pile number 1 to know right now. Here we go. And we got 2 cards here. We have got last quarter moon in Leo, light up, and last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. Very, very interesting. Let me see how I can fit these here. My space might be a little too crowded, but I'll do my best to fit the cards nicely. There we go. Some more oracles. So if you like any of the decks I'm using today, I have included links down below in the description box with all their names and a link to where you can find them. Please do it. What would you like pile number 1 to know right now? What would you like pile number 1 to know? What message have you got for pile number 1 at this point in time in their lives? What would you like to bring to their attention? Oh, we got another 2 cards. So, Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. How beautiful is this card? I'm already getting insights. Okay. Wait, it is not yet time. Things are being woven. How beautiful is this card? Okay, my beautiful souls who have chosen pile number 1. I already get a strong message here from your cards. So before we get into the tarot, I'm just going to say what I'm already picking up. So with the cave card, like I mentioned, I feel like this is an invitation for you to dive deep within yourself. Access the cave within yourself. And what are caves? Like, caves are those places where it is hard to access. It's hard to get into. It is away from everything and everybody, tucked away in the darkness somewhere where there is quiet. It's a quiet place, and where there can be solitude. And within that place in yourself, you can start to listen to yourself more. You can go deep within in order to connect with the deepest aspects of self. Here it says I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. So I feel again that this cave card is inviting you to dive deep within yourself, into the depths of you that no one else knows and that nobody else has access to. Only you. And you need to make the effort to quiet your mind, to quiet your high head, and to actually step away from the world a bit so that you can access the cave within you. And in there, you are called to find your inner peace. Discover what brings you inner peace, because you cannot control the world around you. And inevitably, things are going to frustrate us from outside of us. We don't have control of other people. We don't have control over our life. We don't have control of the things that happen around us. But we have control over how we choose to perceive them. And in order for us to be conscious of that, we need to go within. We need to know ourselves. We need to explore ourselves. And we need to be at a good place within ourselves where external circumstances don't actually get to us. They don't shake us up, because we are strong within our own sense of self. We then have this card here: Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth, Study, Higher Learning. And you see this person here just like diving right in to this whole beautiful infinite cosmos. I feel like this is, the part of ourselves that is connected to spirit, because we all are. We unconsciously have access to this infinite, vast, beautiful universe of possibilities. And we are all connected to the divine, but most of us have forgotten that. We need to actually work towards remembering it. And this is what I feel like Spirit is asking of you right now. Find the cave within yourself, that dark, lonely place that only you can access within yourself. And it may be daunting, it may be scary at first, but once you go in there and you quietly find your solitude and you listen to what your soul have to say to you, it can be a beautiful place of rest and retrieve. And with that, you are going to discover so much about yourself that you were not conscious about. A spirit, it's literally asking you, spirit, it's inviting you to jump into the depths of yourself head first. It is asking you to jump right into the depths of your own being. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You are going to reach undiscovered places. You are going to go deeper than you have ever been into your conscious and unconscious mind. And as humans, we are always going to fear the unknown, and we are always going to fear new things. But this is going to bring you so much peace. It's going to bring you so much peace. It's going to help you release a lot of negative thoughts and things that don't serve you, thought patterns and behaviors and things that have been stored into your brain and your way of thinking and your ways of behaving that no longer serve you. You are going to be able to look at those things right in the eye and confront them. Be like, do you serve me any longer? Do I still need you? And you're going to realize that a lot of it doesn't serve you anymore. And you are going to realize that you can get rid of those things. And you're going to find a new sense of peace within you. And here we have last quarter in Cancer. Take a breather. Again, that reminds me, that just confirms to me that you need to step out for a little bit. You need to put the world aside for a second and concentrate on yourself. Dive deep into the self. Analyze all of that which you have control over and what you don't. And basically, Spirit's kind of like making it really simple for you to understand here. You don't have control of anything actually other than your perception of things. And you need to work on that. You need to work on how you perceive the world. You need to take a deep dive into your own mind and heart and soul so that you can align your thoughts and behaviors to the things that serve you and disregard all those negative things that no longer serve you so that you can align with your higher self. And here it says, it's not time, it's not yet time, things are being woven. So I don't know what this is exactly about, but something that has been on your mind or something that you've been wanting to, also some kind of answer that you've been wishing for. Spirit's telling you that it's not yet time, things are being woven, because you need to go through this process first. You need to go into this self-reflection mode. You need to go deep within yourself. You actually need to retrieve yourself from the world a little bit, so that you can go through a transformation of self, and establish a new version of you. Life is actually calling you to go through a transformation process and come out on the other side stronger, wiser. And you have got all that you need for that. You just really need to take some time to water your own seeds of growth. Okay, part number 1. I am actually being called to read out of the book for this card and this one here. So, first one, let's quarter moon in Leo. Lighten up. So it says here, what is happening for you right now can turn out well, but you need to find balance between the light and the dark of the situation. Get in touch with some lighter and happier feelings to clear away any energetic debris that may have grown out of your fears. That said, this isn't about glossing over any drama or pretending, oh, it's well if it isn't. A positive attitude towards life now will help clear away any upsets. Two very strong energies are at play here. All the things you fear and your very vitality. Manifesting mindset. Drawing this card suggests you need to lighten up a little. Happy manifestation comes from a happy place. Make a list of your blessings. Manifesting magic. These crystals work especially well for the signs of Leo, Sunstone, Carnelian, Citrine, Rose Quartz, Aventurine, or Dalmatine Jasper. Choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a warming orange light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by you as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. Your manifestation affirmation. When I forgive myself, I set myself free. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Leo, or on a Sunday, the sun's day, or during Leo's hours. The last quarter moon in Leo takes place when the sun is in Scorpio and the moon is in Leo. It knows that life is made up for light and shade. Okay, so reading this really confirms to me, like it's giving me the vibe that something is going on in your life where you've been pulled in 2 different directions. And I feel like one of these directions, it's like a lighter, more positive way of being and thinking and seeing the world, and the other one is challenging that, where your negative beliefs and thoughts and all that no longer serves you, it's pulling you as well. So it's like this tug war. That's why spirit's asking you to go within, so that you can find your peace, you can reconnect with yourself, and then you be able to again get in touch with this energy of you choose how you perceive the situations that happened around you. You will no longer be a slave to the circumstances. You will no longer be so reactive and let yourself act out of your fears and your negative beliefs, right? Because negative thinking and negative belief, they come out of one thing and one thing only, and that's our fears. Our fears, it's what makes us doubt ourselves. It's what makes us think negatively. It's what makes us not act in the way that serves us the most. It's what makes us not act from a place of our higher self. Okay, my beautiful pile number 1. Now we are going to read the last quarter moon in Cancer card. Take a breather. Sometimes situations start with much promise and then get fatigued or fizzled out. This is normal. This is a situation. If a situation is dragging on and everyone is becoming far too sensitive, it might be time to take a breather. Is this still what you want? If a situation is slipping away from you, it could be due to self-doubt or because too many people are trying to get their own way. If you are struggling to find a balance with a VIP in your life or a personal or professional connection, it may be time to show your feelings. Manifesting mix. There could be a clash here, caused by everyone wanting to be the leader. Give the situation some air. Manifesting mindset. You need to stop and revive. Emotional fatigue is as dangerous as physical fatigue. If it becomes long term, see the beauty in life to refresh your heart. Manifesting magic. These crystals work especially well for the signs of Cancer. Amazonite, blue apatite, rose quartz, red jade, moonstone, or jasper. Choose one and hold it while you meditate. Visualize a glowing green light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystals close by as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. Your manifestation affirmation. Love is all there is, and I am love. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Cancer on a Monday, the moon's day, or during the moon hours. The last quarter moon in Cancer takes place when the sun is in Libra and the moon is in Cancer. He knows that how you feel is at least as important as how you look. So I hope this message has resonated. I just really felt called to reading them out from the book, and I think they connect. They highly connect. But if you could let me know down below if that resonated with you in some personal level and how that helped, I would be so very grateful. If I felt called to reading it, I believe there are people who were meant to hear it, listen to it. So now we are going to get into tarot to see what else Spirit wants to bring forth and emphasize in this reading for you, my beautiful pile number 1. Please, Spirit, give me more information about what's going on for our beautiful pile number 1. What it's going on for our beautiful pile number 1 spirit. Wow, we have the 3 of swords. That's a very painful card to come out, pile number 1. The 3 of swords is about heartbreak. It's about pain. Wow, pile number 1, I'm very sorry that you have gone or are going through this. You seem to have been or to have been going at this point in time through a very hard time, through a period of heartbreak and pain. What, please Spirit, what is this 3 of swords about? Please Spirit, what is this 3 of swords about? Okay, yes, be my beautiful pile number 1. So we have the 3 of swords, the 4 of pentacles, and the ace of swords. So I would say that you are experiencing heartbreak. Something happened in your life. This could be a situation, a person. Something has happened in your life that have left you heartbroken, that has caused you a great deal of pain. And with the 4 of pentacles here, you are holding on. Be that person, the circumstance, the place, something. You are holding on to it. You don't want to let it go. And we have the ace of swords here, which is for me spirit confirming that you have all you need to gain new perspectives, to have clarity of thought. You are more than capable to initiate that for yourself, leaving behind this pain, this loss, letting go of all these pentacles, which could signify negative beliefs, negative ways of thinking, fears, people, places, circumstances, stories that no longer serve you, that you don't need to be attached to no longer. You actually need to let this go so that you can reach new clarity, new thoughts, a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing things, a new perspective. Because again, my beautiful pile number 1, you cannot control the world, but you can choose how you perceive things. And that is what, how you perceive things in your life molds your reality. We are creators. We are part of creation itself. And we create our realities daily, on a daily basis, with our thoughts and with our own ways of seeing the world. And Spirit, it's really calling you here to please trust. Okay, trust that things are being woven. It ain't time yet, as in whatever you are asking for, if you are asking for this heartbreak to stop, Spirit's telling you to trust in the process. It's not time yet. It's not gonna just drop and disappear in the drop of a hat. You actually need to do the work for it, which is to dive deep within yourself and self-reflect and self-analyze and actually become conscious of the things that have kept you stuck, that have kept you back, and that have led you to this heartbreak and pain. Because you are holding on to these things unconsciously, and you actually need to let them go. And for that, you need to go deep within. You need to dive into the depths of you. And it may be dark, it may be cold, it may be lonely and uncomfortable, but it will be worth every second of it. Because once you dive deep into yourself, you are going to find and experience peace. Peace with who you are, peace with how you see the world, peace with what has been and with what no longer is. And you're gonna find a new sense of happiness and joy and peace with what is and with the new version of you that you have encountered through this heartbreak and pain. Because I tell you one thing about heartbreak and pain, it is so hard to go through while it's happening, but the results after it, like if we do the deep work and if we go within ourselves and we do what it's needed for us to come out on the other side of it, we always come through transformed, and it's always a beautiful new version of being. We come out on the other side like with new perspectives, new views of the world, new ways of being, with a lot more understanding of the situations we have gone through. And we generally are always pretty happy and grateful for all that has been, because it has led us to our present moment. And once you see where you were and where you are now, you are able to have that clarity and see that it has served you for your highest good. I hope this is making sense, pile number one. I really hope so. But this is a beautiful message, but you have gone through a lot. You really have. And I am sorry that you have encountered difficulties in your path, and that you have gone through a difficult time. You either have gone through it or you are in the midst of it right now. Let's see if Spirit wants to bring anything else for us. Please, Spirit, can you compliment on this reading? Please, Spirit, what else would you like to? Okay, yes, see? If you take the time to go deep within and do your inner work to identify what types of thinking patterns and fears and thoughts have brought you to this, and how they have contributed to the situation that has caused you deep pain and harm. Once you identify these things, you can consciously let them go, because your subconscious mind is like holding on to them for dear life, because it's all you have always done, right? But you need to go within yourself so that you can gain a thought of clarity of thought, and see how these things are actually not serving you. Once you gain this clarity of thought, you'll be able to drop this, leave them behind, because they no longer serve you. And then we have the Page of Pentacles here, which is a beautiful, new, tangible beginning. You will be able to have more clarity. You'll be able to act from a place of love and confidence, and not from fear anymore. And you are going to start putting those things into practice in your life, which will bring endless potential into what you can manifest and bring into reality and fruition in your own life. Wow, power number one, this is a beautiful, beautiful message. However, I just felt called to get one more deck and pull one last card for you as a advice, or as, a beautiful message that can comfort your heart at this moment. So I'm just gonna pause the video, go grab that deck, and I'll be back. Okay, so the deck I felt called to go grab is the Namaste. Blessings and Divination cards. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck, and all the cards on in it are very beautiful as well. Just felt really cool to bring in this one up. Just checking that there's one card here that's actually, okay, it's not there. It's a card that it's talking about the order and everything. It's not an actual card that you want to pull out of the deck, So I was just checking that he ain't there. So please, Spirit, can you bring a message of comfort or an advice for our beautiful power woman right now? Okay, we have 2. So these are your cards. They have beautiful imagery at the back as well. Just want to show you. A sea of blessings. The universe is a projection from within you. Again, amazing, amazing, amazing. See, you can't control the world, but you control how you perceive it. The universe is a projection within you. Okay, that's why I need to go deep within and align your thoughts and behaviors and feelings with your higher self, because then you're gonna start to project what's within you. Anyway, back to this. The universe is a projection from within you, and you are a projection of the universe. You are vast space, and yet you are spaceless. You are a divine ocean of love, a sea of blessings. You are the wind of change that flows through life. How beautiful. So I feel like the universe is coming through here now, the universe and spirit, to just remind you of your oneness with spirit, your oneness with the divine. You are a part of it. You are beautiful. You are so blessed. You are love, and you have so much potential within you. You just need to access that. You just need to go deep within to connect deeper with yourself and with spirit and with the vastness of the universe and all the knowledge and love and light that it has to offer. The blessings of meditation. Okay, this is an advice I would say. Let's just read and then I'll talk about it. Your window of perception. We have perception again. Okay. Your window of perception is cleansed, and for a moment you see life as it truly is, infinite and eternal. Meditation will help you rise above any situation and event and see things clearly. What usually seems chaotic and disorderly can seem the opposite. Know there is divine order in life. Oh my God, what a beautiful message. So, see, I feel like Spirit's being very clear here. Like it's really coming through to help you and tell you exactly what to do. If you were wondering how exactly is it that you can dive deep within yourself and access this cave part of you, cave aspect of self, Spirit's coming through here to tell you meditation. Meditate. Make sure to meditate. This is how you are going to gain access into the deepest part of yourself. Let me just read here to recap, because more things came to mind as I was reading this card. So meditation will help, and for you to see your things clearly, because right now you are not seeing things clearly. You are holding on to fears and distorted ways of seeing things and patterns, and so meditation will help you see it clearly. Going in deep and being still and rest and really listen to yourself, like, will bring you clarity. See, you will be seeing things clearly. Ace of Swords. This is clarity of thought. The sword cuts through lies, through fears, through anything that is illusional, anything that ain't real. It cuts right through it. And the ace, it's always a new, potential, a new start. what usually seems chaotic and disorderly can seem the opposite. Again, like the cave, how how chaotic does it seem? Is it gives a sense of an ease, but actually is the absolute opposite from it. It brings a lot more than it can come through at first. It brings a lot of peace, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of comfort. Even if it doesn't seem like it from a surface level. So yes, here it says, no, there is a divine order in your life. So there is a divine order, okay? None of the things that you have been going through are, just because. It's being divinely orchestrated. There is divine order. A lot of great things will come from it if you only surrender to it and accept it and see it for what it is. Only if you drop all the fears and all the things that no longer serve you, you need to let it go, because then you will rise above this event and this situation, and you will see things clearly. You'll be able to see how it's serving you in your highest good. You'll be able to identify how it has happened so that you can reach new levels of consciousness and therefore grow from it and achieve a lot more than you ever thought possible within yourself. Okay, so this has been your reading, pile number 1. This was amazing. This is a beautiful reading. Again, thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure, it is an honor. I hope this has resonated with you, and I hope that it has helped you. Most importantly, and I hope that it has helped you and that it brought you some sense of peace and calm and certainty that things will get better. And if this message has resonated with you, please let me know down below in the comments. It would make me so happy to know that these messages are actually reaching who they are meant to reach, and that it's making a difference, and that it's uplifting your day, comforting your heart. This would make me extremely happy to know that. And if you have enjoyed this reading and enjoyed the vibes of this channel, and if you think you would enjoy to be a part of this community and watch more videos like this, I invite you to please subscribe. Again, you'll be such a deep honor to have you here with me in future readings. Thank you so much, pile number 1. See you next time. Hello my beautiful pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Pile number 2, I actually feel called to reading the meaning of this card out of its book. I didn't do that for pile number 1, but my readings are intuitively driven, and I do what my intuition tells me. And I feel strongly to read the meaning of this card straight out of the book for you. So I have got the book here, and I'm going to read it with you right now. Just before I go on, pile number 1 had the cave, and you have got the empty room, and these are 2 black and white cards that are not very inviting at all. They actually look a bit cold and distant, and not very warmth not much warmth from them. So it might drive some people away from the reading, but for those of you who choose to listen and stay to the end, that's the brave thing to do. That's the beautiful thing to do, because sometimes we are afraid of getting bad messages or not hearing all that we wish to hear. And we miss out on a lot of wisdom and in a lot of guidance. And I just wanted to say, don't be scared by the looks of the card being black and white, or the title of it being the empty room. Please stick around, because this is a message that Spirit has for you and is going to serve you greatly, is going to benefit you greatly. It is here to warm up your heart, give you words of advice so that you can feel empowered, feel connected, and feel loved. And it is intended to give you strength, okay, to endure any difficulty that you may be going through, any difficulties that you may be going through. So again, another thing that intuitively came out was that I felt like saying that. So now we are going to get into the book message. So it says, the empty room, the vortex, the abyss, the nothing. The empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as nothing, as not enough. Sorry, I read that wrong. As not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for waiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next, to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness, be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. When light is spaciousness, potential, possibility. When dark, addiction, insatiability, more for more sakes. Go deeper. John Cages, 433. The archetype of the empty room is also portrayed as the hungry ghost, always feeding and never satiated. A day of silence is a surefire way to harness the power of the empty room. This go deeper. You can search this on Google if you like. John Cages. It's just this book, the way it works, these archetypes, it gives you food for thought. So it's just things that you can look up to actually go deeper in what it is actually trying to bring forth here to you. So what I got with this card, my beautiful pile number 2, is that you need to sit with the not knowing, with the nothingness. You need to be patient. Okay, we are going to get more cards to get a bigger picture of what's going on here and what Spirit's trying to bring forth to you. But this was your first card and your first message. I will pop your crystal up there and that card up there. And let's move on to getting oracle decks. Oracle cards, I mean. Let Spirit come through and tell us, what is it that you would like to talk about today with our beautiful pile number 2? What messages have you got for pile number 2? So we have got 2 cards here. Okay, my beautiful pile number 2s, we have got It's safe to slow down, relax, and let go. That actually goes really well with this card. Put it up here. I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. That's a beautiful card. Okay, let's move on to a second oracle deck, shall we? These decks are listed down below in the description of this video. If you are drawn to any of these decks and you're actually wondering the names and all, it's all down in the description. Oh, I guess I won't even have to shuffle because 3 cards already popped out. I was going to shuffle, but as I picked the deck up, only these 3 remained on the table, so I strongly feel like these are your cards. So let's have a look at them. You have got freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Let me just pause the video and organize these cards and I'll be back. Okay, my beautiful pile number 2. Let's go and move on to a third oracle deck. This is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck. So please, Spirit, what is it that you would like to bring to pile number 2's attention? What message have you got for pile number 2 today, Spirit? Wow. I swear to God, this never happens. Like, cards never just fall out like this. Like, this is the second time it has happened in your reading. They never do. Like, I always just pick them all up, shuffle, 2, they pop out. But second time this has happened in your reading. Very interesting. It has never happened before with me while shuffling cards, honestly, so that's very interesting. Full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. You may be a Capricorn sign, or you might have one of your placements in Capricorn, or you may know someone that's very close to you at this point in time in your life, which is a Capricorn person, Capricorn sign. First quarter moon in Scorpio. Released your blocks. So same thing with this with Scorpio. Well, how beautiful are these cards, honestly. Okay, pile number 2, we're gonna move on and get all your cards before we dive into your reading. Okay, so now we're moving on to a third deck. Okay, Spirit, what message have you got for a beautiful pile number 2? And actually, I think I just called you pile number 1 just then. I actually don't know. If I did, I'm sorry. Wow, but okay. that's amazing, because amazing and a little like unsettling in a way. I don't know, actually, I don't think I chose the right word for that, but just please disregard. Just as I called you pile number 1, or as I thought I did, this card came out, and this card also came out for pile number 1. So if you felt cold to watch pile number 1 as well, or if you were uncertain on which pile to choose, maybe it would be worth it for you to go and check pile number 1 out as well. There may be a message for you there too. Okay, I'm feeling called to get one more card out of this deck, and here it is. Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestor, Seed the light by staying grounded. Seed the light by staying grounded. Okay, pile number 2. So these are all the oracle cards we are going to be pulling out for you. Next we will be getting some tarot. But for now, let's just dive deep on what we have got here on the table. So the empty room. The empty room, as we saw on the book, is that feeling of lack, of that. It's that feeling of not enough. Is that feeling of wanting more. By any means, ways, and circumstances. So that just makes me think of us not feeling satisfied and fulfilled with the things that really matter in our lives, and by that feeling that feeling of unease and uncertainty, and just being a little desperate to fill up our cups with things, situations, people, places that don't necessarily resonate with us, that are not necessarily good for us, but it's just kind of like putting a patch on it, if you know what I mean. Putting a patch on what's not how we would wish it to be, but not actually doing the deep work to get to what we're really lacking, what we really need. I hope this makes sense. And again, it's also that feeling of wanting to know what's next. It's that feeling of wanting to be in control. And the thing is, we are never in control in life. We never know what is coming next. But sometimes things can be very uncertain, and that arouses a lot of fear in us human beings, because we always want to feel like we are in control. We always feel like we want to know and need to know what's coming next. So in the book as well, it mentioned of how the empty room as well, it's full of potential, because it's an empty room, right? So there is so much potential from what can come from it. But we get so worked up in that space and frame of mind of what is next, and you need to know, and things need to feel good right now, because we don't like the uncertainty of sitting in an empty room not knowing what's coming. So again, it's like that sense of wanting to patch up things by not giving it much thought, not really filtering what's good, what's not, what serves us, what doesn't. It's just like wanting things for the sake of it, more and more for the sake of it, just to put a band-aid over the top of what's bothering us, right? It's like putting a band-aid on top of a deep cut, like Spirit sending me the message now of like a deep cut onto your skin, a really deep one, right? Like one that you would have to go to the doctors and get stitches for it, kind of thing. But you just put a band-aid over the top of it, just slap a band-aid on and hope for the best, kind of thing. Hope this makes sense. Again, just being very truthful and honest to what's coming to mind right now. This is the message I'm getting. Then we have here, it is safe to slow down, relax, and let go. So I feel like you are in this space right now, in this energy of the empty room, where you don't know what's coming next, what is going on, and you are feeling that uncomfortable feeling of not knowing and wanting to know wanting to feel certain, wanting to see things right before your eyes, but you are being called to slow down. First of all, Spirit, it's letting you know that it is safe to slow down. Okay? Slow down your mind, slow down your thoughts. It is okay for you to take a deep breath, take a breather, and just be in the present moment. Just sit around, look at the empty room, and maybe brainstorm, think about the infinite possibilities of what can come out of this empty, still place in your life right now, because so much can come out of it. And I get a feeling that you are focusing mostly on the bed. You are letting your fears take over it, take over your mind and your thoughts. And when we are fearful, we kind of tend to rush ahead. And again, you're fearful of not having anything. You're fearful of things not turning out the way you want them to be. So you kind of just take on whatever comes your way without filtering what is best for you, what would serve you well and what wouldn't. So Spirit's telling you it is safe to slow down, relax and let go. Let go of wanting to know what comes next. Let go of a specific outcome. Let go on ways and on how you think things should happen, and on ways that you think things should come to you. Let go of all of that, okay? Just as I was saying all of that just then, I really felt this tightness on my chest, and I felt really hard, like a difficulty to breathe, which is really weird. I feel like I'm channeling energies, and maybe this is how you've been feeling about it lately. Like you get so worried about it that you may find it hard to put into words how you feel or what's going in your mind, and you actually get like short breath, like you get this difficulty to breathe. Okay, beautiful power number 2. I actually had to pause the video just then and take some deep breaths to see if I could get myself feeling better, because I really was feeling short of breath. But moving on to our next oracle card, I feel like this card's coming as a advice from Spirit to seek out happy people who inspire you to be great. Spirit's telling, like it's coming through to say that you either have these people in your life already and you know exactly who they are, to make an effort to be with them, to be around them, to welcome them into your life right now. Or if you don't feel like you have anyone like this that is already a part of your life, Spirit's telling you that these kind of people are all around you, and you just need to be aware that they are. And by being aware, you'll be able to spot them, and when you do, make an effort to interact with them, to welcome them into your life, into your world, because these type of people will greatly help you right now. They will help you come out of this mindset of lack, of being desperate for answers. They will help you ground yourself more and be more in the present moment and be happy in the here and now. It's funny because I hadn't even got to this card, but then being grounded came to mind with what I was saying, and then I was like, wait a minute, we talk about being grounded here. And it's beautiful how this is all coming together now, because when I was pulling out your cards, I actually had no idea from where to start and where this reading would go. I had all the cards laid out on the table and I still didn't know where I was going to start and like what to say. Sometimes everything just comes to your mind like all at once, like boom, you know exactly what you are going to say. But this time around I didn't. So it's actually coming to me as I progress. But yeah, I didn't know how this card was going to tie up with everything. But yeah, this type of people in your life will help you ground yourself. Okay, and then we have the perseverance card. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So I feel like this card is coming through as confirmation from Spirit to say that you are aware of the power of your mind. You are aware of what you are capable of as a human being and as a divine, a fragment of divine light and creation in this universe. I feel like you have knowledge of a lot. You're very spiritual. You are very wise. You are very awakened in a sense. But you have reached this impasse in your life where even though you know all of that and you trust greatly on Spirit, you are not being able to control the fact that you are feeling a bit scared now because you believe in all of this. You know the truth in all of this. But for some reason you doubt that great things can come to you. But Spirit's telling you, it's coming here to confirm that all of it's going to pay off. I feel like you have started to put the work in yourself, like in a way that you haven't done yet. I feel like you have gotten all this knowledge and wisdom that you've got and have always had. But the different thing now is that you are putting it into practice. You are actually applying those thoughts and principles and ways of being into your life. And it's like you are trying out the recipe. It's like I'm seeing a recipe book, right? If you have a recipe book in your hand and you have a recipe for a cake and it says 3 eggs, this much flour, this much sugar. This is just a metaphor, but like, and then you go and bake this cake, you follow the steps like step by step, and you really give it your all to follow the steps perfectly, so that you get that expected outcome. I feel like this is what you've been doing with your knowledge and wisdom of the divine and of the universe and of you as a fragment of creation and what you can achieve in this lifetime by having the discipline to take care of you and to put this knowledge and wisdom into practice. I feel like you have actually followed through those steps. You have really made sure that you are doing things. You are putting you are practicing what you preach, right? That's the word. I feel like you're, for the first time more than ever, have made such an effort to practice what you preach, and now you are in that culmination phase of waiting to see the seeds sprout, to see the seeds you have planted sprout, and you are kind of like scared that, like, you are in this dark room where the seeds could not sprout at all and things will just always be as they always were, and you will actually be disheartened from all the knowledge and wisdom and all the things you have always believed in, or you will actually see that you have moved up a big level on the ladder and the fact that you planted the seeds and you have taken the necessary steps, and now your life will transform before your eyes. And I feel like, again, you are in that limbo phase in the middle, in the combination phase, where you are either, like, you are waiting to see which one of those will happen. But you thinking that it could be a possibility that you won't see the fruits of your labor, it's fear-based. It ain't real. Okay? That's just part of being a human being, I guess. We are fearful of things for some reason. We feel fear. We feel fear, and that can be, but that's all illusion. Okay? Fear is illusion. It holds us back because it limits us from our fullest potentials. But this fear is not going to last long in you, okay? But you are just creating you are just giving yourself unnecessary headache, because you will see the the labor, like the fruits of your labor. You will see them. Those seeds will sprout, and they will grow to be beautiful, long-lasting trees. So you just need to let go, slow down, and relax. Because if you, all the worry and unease that you're experiencing now, it's unnecessary headache that you are creating yourself. And I know it's easier said than done, but you really need to trust, first of all, in yourself, and then secondly on spirit, because you are highly, highly sorry, the word just escaped my mind. You are highly protected and divinely guided. Sorry, it came to mind. For some reason in this reading, I'm feeling very, like, I'm not feeling anxious as in like in my heart, in my chest, like anxious in that sense, but I kind of feel like I had fog with expressing myself, like having to take pauses and really think and take a deep breath, and don't know why that is, but I guess it's just part of the energy I'm channeling. It's a unusual feeling. I wasn't feeling like this before. So maybe you have been feeling that way, because maybe your fears have been getting the best of you, and your physical body, it's obviously this is your physical body and how it is reacting to all this fear and anxiety. But it's a subtle anxiety, if you know what I mean. Don't know really how to explain it, but that's it. I'll leave it at that. And then we have got adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So I guess this is a strong belief of yours and spirits coming through to reinforce that to you, remind you of that. If you are experiencing any challenges at the moment, which I would say you are, you are experiencing the challenge of like trusting in your own, the seeds that you have planted. You experience the challenge of staying still in the moment and trusting that everything will unfold and that everything will be fine, and that everything will work out even better than you ever thought it could. So spirit's coming through to say that that's the best way to learn, and that you have something to learn through this process. You're not going through it just because it's not, just to cause you pain and to disturb your thoughts. No, you actually need to learn something from this. And I feel like the lesson is to navigate with life's phases, and to always be still, always be present, always be grounded, because in that way you don't lose your faith, you don't let external circumstances and things get you down and lower your vibration. You actually know that everything is working out for you in the way that is meant to, even if you cannot see, even if it seems like you're sitting in a dark, empty room. You know that what is to come ahead, it's great, always. And then we have, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Again, I feel like this is a lesson. Like, I feel like that's something you already strongly believe in, but you are being called to really apply this principle right now into your life, because this is the thing, right? It's easy for us to believe on things and preach them, but to practice what we preach is the heartbeat of it. And I feel like spirit's calling you to practice what you preach, in the sense of believing, that you possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness and your reality in general. And it's like, it is hard to put that into practice when you are sitting in a dark, empty room and you don't see anything ahead of you. So you really being called to step up and put this into practice. And then we have here full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. And then we have first quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. So again, I feel like reality check ties up to ground yourself, actually like look at your surroundings, be present in your life at the moment, take a reality check, look around, see where you really are, like put your both feet on the ground and release the fears and the anxieties of the things there are not, the things there are not, the things that have never been, and the things that never will be. There is no need to live in that fear, because we fear things when we are living either in the past, in the future, or both. Worrying about the past and the future is what brings us anxiety and fear. If we were only present and focused in the possibilities within our current present moments, we wouldn't be fearful, because we would be doing the best with what we have right in the right here and now. But I feel called to read the meaning of this card out of the book as well as this one. So I'm going to grab the book, find the page, and come back so that we can read that together. Okay, my beautiful pile number 2, so here we go. Full moon in Capricorn. This card has two sides to it, literally and metaphorically. If you've been worrying about something, the good news is that you shouldn't waste another moment worrying, as this won't help. Some things only happen once, and that can be really good news. If you are wondering about how something you are keen on is going to turn out, this card could be a sign that you've hit a rocky road. If you want to change that, you are going to need to put in an extra effort with your manifestation work. Find a balance between facing your reality and be kind to yourself and others. If you are not happy with the message of this card, use the old trick of finding the best thought you can about your situation and go from there. But like I said, actually I'm just gonna interrupt here. We are gonna get tarot cards to get a more a specific view of what the situation is behind this message. But I strongly believe that this is about you choosing to focus on the fear of being in a place of uncertainty. Because we have always two choices. You can trust that everything will be fine, because it actually will, so you can trust, or you can be fearful. And that's why I feel this card is relevant, because it's saying if you're worried, stop. Don't do it for not even a second, because it won't help and it's not needed. I feel like it's not needed. So here it says, if you are wondering about how something you're keen about is going to turn out, it says that this card means you could have hit a rocky road, but I'm really not feeling that from an energetic point of intuitively feeling and guiding this reading. Obviously, if you feel in your heart that this message is for you, do not disregard. Use your discernment, use your intuition. But for the majority of the people watching this bio and this reading, I feel like please disregard that, okay? I don't feel like that applies to you at all. I feel like beautiful things are to come, but you are in the limbo stages, like I said, of waiting for your hard work and labor to come into fruition, and you are scared that you won't see the benefits of what you have sown, but you will, okay? You most definitely will. So all your worries are kind of a waste of time, but also they are not, because they are there are valuable lessons for you to gain through that, if that makes sense. Let's keep on reading. Okay. Manifesting ritual for weathering through times. I had to pause the video for a second because my vision went blurry. Again, like I keep feeling these really weird sensations. I don't feel like it's heavy at all. Like, I don't feel like it's heavy dark energy at all. Please don't take that wrong, because feeling a bit physically unstable. But again, I just feel like I actually feel a sense of calm and like a big sense of calm and peace throughout this reading now. Before I was feeling a bit, like I said, a very settled anxiety feeling kind of thing. But anyway, just thought I would mention because I had to pause the video so that my vision could adjust. So back to it. Sit comfortably and gently close your eyes. Call in Parvati, the goddess of divine strength and power, and her son Ganesha, the Hindu elephant god who protects us. You need strength to get through this time, so ask Parvati and Ganesha to guide you to the best possible outcome. See, best possible outcome. There is a best possible outcome, and you are moving towards that anyway, so there is no need to worry. But since you are stuck in this fear-based state, you can do that. You can ask for strength. You can ask Parvati and Ganesha to guide you to trust and hold within the energy of the possible outcome. Okay, best possible outcome for you. Everything is always working out in my favor. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Capricorn on a Saturday, Saturn's day, or during Saturn's hours. The full moon in Capricorn takes place when the sun is in Cancer and the moon is in Capricorn. Now we are going to move on to first quarter moon in Capricorn. I'm just going to find it here and be back. Here we are, first quarter moon in Scorpio. Sorry, I think I said Capricorn again. I keep saying things wrong. But first quarter moon in Scorpio. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. How many times have I mentioned fear in this reading? A lot more than I would have wished to in first place. But it just kept on coming up, right? And look at this card. It literally starts with, when it comes to pushing through your fears and any other negative feelings, you are going to have to dig deeper. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, because fear blocks us. Make time to clear any toxic feelings around you. Don't let pride stop you from showing how deeply you want something. It's okay to be vulnerable if you know the people you are dealing with are trustworthy. Think about others as much as yourself. But this card is talking about fear, which I have mentioned so many times in this reading. So again, like, this is confirmation for me, because I was talking about things intuitively, and here is confirmation. That we are on the right track with this reading. There's light and shade in your situation, and you need to embrace it. Don't get stuck on one idea and refuse to budge. See, there is light and shade. Best possible outcome, fear-based thoughts and feelings. Best possible outcome, fear-based thoughts and feelings. Don't get stuck on one idea and refuse to budge. So don't get stuck on fear and refuse to budge with it, okay? There is great things coming too. I just don't get how we can get, like, and I'm talking about myself too, right? I'm human. I experience fear, and I experience that. Like, we get so stuck in the frame of mind of worries and fears and things going wrong and nothing happening for us. But the same way, like, how do we get so stuck in one possibility when we know there, like, we should be aware that there's also the other side of that coin, you know, which is endless, infinite, great possibilities of things going well, right, and amazing for us. So it's like everything is possible. Why do we hold on so much to the, you know, to the things we don't want, to fear? Honestly, it is a human thing. Like, we all do it, we all go through it. It's just at the same time baffling to know that we can get so stuck in it. Think what a mental detox would involve for you. For example, avoiding people you argue with and violence on TV, etc. Make time for it soon. Tune into your manifestation powers. Your sacral chakra. I'm not even going to attempt this word. it looks very difficult. Anyway, your sacred chakra is all about emotions and feelings. It's located just below your navel and it's bright orange in color. Think of the way that water flows. That's how this chakra can help your feelings to flow now. Imagine yourself bathing in the beautiful column of warming orange light. Yeah. Hold the card to your lower belly and code the energies by initiating those words. Okay, you cannot hold the card, you know, physically down in your lower belly right now. Unless you have this deck at home, then go grab the card and do it. I would suggest you to. But if you don't, just take a very good look at this card so that you can place your hands down on your lower belly, close your eyes, and imagine that you are holding this card up to your lower belly. And as you imagine to be holding this card, say the following to coding these energies. Energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio, thank you for helping me to clear out energetic debris so I can fulfill my potential. Again, energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio, thank you for helping me to clear out energetic debris so that I can fulfill my potential. Sorry, I'm fine. Like, I'm really experiencing difficulty to speak like in a fluent way. It feels like I need to be pausing a lot right now. Again, it's like the energy I'm channeling. I'll say this one more time. Energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio, thank you for helping me to clear out energetic debris so I can fulfill my potential. Okay, I feel like that came out better now. And then, when to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Scorpio on a Tuesday, Mars Day, or during Mars hours. The first quarter moon in Scorpio takes place when the sun is in Leo and the moon is in Scorpio. It knows that it is okay to be fabulous and deep. Okay, beautiful poem number 2. And then we have Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth, Study, Higher Learning. Yes, so I feel like and this card came up on pile number 1 too. So again, if you felt called to pile number 1, I mean, it came out on pile number 1 too. So if you felt called to pile number 1, or if you had, like, you know, couldn't choose between pile number 1 and number 2, were a bit uncertain, and if you feel called to in general, I would advise you to also watch pile number 1, because there might be messages for you there too. But very different readings, by the way, but both you know, not very how can I put this into the right words? Both readings have the same vibe of bringing to your attention work that needs to be done that is not necessarily comfortable and not necessarily easy, but very, very necessary for your highest good, and so that you can come out on the other side very bright and vibrant, if that makes sense. Again, back to your reading, pile number 2. I feel like the universe is calling you. The universe and spirit is calling you to, just like this person here on this card, to dive in head first into the endless opportunities and the endless possibilities that are there for you in this universe. All the beautiful, positive, amazing, fabulous, delighting opportunities that is. Put the fear aside for a little bit and just entertain in your head any thoughts and feelings that are positive, okay, as in of possibilities that can come to you, because you are like creation itself. You create your reality, and if you focus on fear, that's what you are going to bring into your reality. But if you focus in all the amazing, endless, boundless possibilities there are, and you start putting your attention and focus into the things that you actually want in your life, positive, beautiful, vibrant, uplifting things, you are going to feel so free. You're going to feel so free, from the fear, and you're gonna feel so happy, so uplifted, and you're gonna feel unstoppable. You're gonna feel boundless and limitless, because you are going to feel like you are connected, like you are one with everything that is, because you actually are. And then we have the cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Again, you need to stay grounded, and that's coming into the present moment. And I actually feel called to read this card for you, so I'm going to grab the book and I'm going to read it. Okay, here we go. Beautiful pile number 2. Got it up, and we will read together now. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. You are an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light into your unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. You are at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transition period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you anchor into this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in different places. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light. Perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become, and the less reactive humanity will be. You are here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. This is so beautiful, pile number 2, especially because at the beginning of your reading I mentioned that I felt like you were someone highly spiritual, highly connected to source and spirit, and that you were very consciously aware of that and consciously aware of your potentials, and you had gotten to a point in your life where you actually had put all this knowledge that you have always carried with you in your heart into practice. For the first time, you actually followed the steps of what you believed in very thoroughly, and again, practice what you preached. And now you are waiting to see the results of that. And this card for me is confirmation that you are this beautiful, enlightened soul that came here for a highest purpose, for a higher purpose. And see, you are here for a double mission to grow as an individual and as part of the large collective. That's bringing about a shift in frequency. So again, obviously, first you need to apply all this knowledge and wisdom into your own life. You need to for you to grow and as an individual and achieve your limitless potential. And then with that, you will also be able to influence the large of it. You'll be able to influence the larger scale, the bigger picture of it all, and really make a difference and impact in the world's vibrational frequency change. And that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And then Starseed activation. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. Again, if you don't have this deck at home, if you do have the Starseed Oracle, I would say to go and grab the Starseeker card to do the activation. But if you don't, just take a very good look at this card so that you can imagine, okay, that you are holding it right up to your heart. And how beautiful is this card? And as you imagine that you are holding this card up to your heart, or as you hold it, if you have it, whisper the following. I acknowledge that I am a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. Again, I acknowledge. Actually, I am going to place this card on my heart right now because I am resonating very much with this reading. I feel like it's a message for me too, and I had not even picked a pile. Sometimes when you doing the readings, you resonate with a pile and a message is going to come out of that for you as well. But today I didn't even think of it, but this is definitely a message for me too, I feel. Anyway, I'm going to place this card up to my heart and we are going to whisper together. So you do the same as we go about it now. I acknowledge that I am a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. Wow, I am over the moon with this reading because again, as I was taking the cards out, I was like, oh my god, like nothing's coming to mind. I don't even know what the message is for this group. Like I don't even know where to start. I was feeling very disheartened, as if like I wouldn't have anything to say or nothing would come intuitively from the heart. But as it turns out, it is such a beautiful message, and it all just came to me as I went, perfectly. And I am so proud of this reading. I am so proud of the message that came through because I find it beautiful. And everything just like linked together. So very, very happy about this reading. And I'm just going to shuffle some tarot cards here. Ask for some complimentary messages. Just to complement a reading, because I feel like this alone was already a full reading and perfect. Like, honestly, have no words for it. Please, Spirit, could you please come through to complement Page of Pentacles? We also got the Page of Pentacles for pile number 1. So, yeah, definitely some people from pile number 1 and number 2 are connected, interlinked, and should watch both piles. But not everybody, just the collective that genuinely feels intuitively code for it in their hearts. Please, Spirit, could you come through and give us a more specific specifics on this reading? Would you like to complement this reading? Wow, 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 wow. This is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So we have the Page of Pentacles, which is, again, pages are like initiators, right? They used to be messengers of the queens and kings. They are the youngest of the court cards. So they are not yet as developed and as matured as the queen and the king. Obviously, it's like they have just embarked on that journey and they still have a lot to learn, but they are young. They are, have this vital energy, and they have this beautiful thirst for knowledge and getting things done. And especially this being the suit of Pentacles, it is about solid foundations, right? It is about bringing things onto this 3D world. And like I said, it's like you have all this knowledge within you, and you are finally putting it into practice. You are finally grounding all this knowledge into your life. You are bringing it to the 3D. Like, you are bringing it from the realms of the heart, the mind, and the soul, and you are putting it in the 3D. And like in this card, it was talking about how this greatly influences this world and how much it is needed in this world, 3D world, to change the frequencies and, initiate a huge collective change. It needs to be brought into practice. It needs to be grounded in this world, and this is what the Pentacles are all about. It's about grounding things, bringing them into this 3D reality, taking all your knowledge from heart, body, mind, and soul, and putting it and grounding it, making it happen. So the Lovers here makes me think of, like, obviously choices. We all have choices for our highest goods, and choices that serve us our higher good. Oh my god, I really cannot speak. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. But choices that serve our highest goods, and the choices that not so much. And I feel like you have been making all the necessary choices that you need to really access your full potential and experience fulfillment. So the Nine of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment, of your wishes, your desires coming true, and you celebrating them. The Cups is the suit of the heart. It talks about our heart desires. And in this card, it's like as if it depicts our wishes, like our heart wishes, our heart desires being manifested, and us celebrating it. And it's very much about the 3D as well. In a way, it's the more tangible wishes in life, in a sense. So this is beautiful. It's like you have embarked on this journey of taking all your knowledge and your wisdom and actually practicing what you preach. And you are at a page stage because you have just planted the seeds and you are waiting for them to sprout and become like these big beautiful trees. But this is divinely guided. You have been making all the right choices that lead to your full potential, and all your dreams and wishes are gonna come to fruit. Like they are going to manifest. They are going to manifest. And again, the Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. This is such a beautiful reading. such a beautiful reading. I am being called to just get one more tarot card. So please, Spirit, one more tarot card for us to complement this beautiful, beautiful reading. Please, Spirit. And then we have Justice. Wow, we have two major arcanas. So two major arcana cards. We have Justice. So justice will be served. You know, if you're worried about seeing the results of what you've put out, rest assured that you will get it. You will see the results, the exact results of what you put out. Because, you see, in the Justice card, the woman is always blindfolded because she ain't judging by looks, she ain't judging by, you know, this indicates like a sense of fairness. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put it into words in the way I would like to right now, but this is just a card in a way that came through to rest you assured that everything that you have put out into the world will come back to you tenfold. And if your intentions were good, you are going to reap the benefits of that, and they were, in a sense, you know. But Justice is the card of you will get what you've given, kind of thing. Okay, so that is beautiful. Justice is coming away. All that you have put out, all the hard work you have like put into this is going to pay off, and you're gonna be compensated. This is a beautiful reading, and I am just going to grab a card out of this deck, which is the Namaste one. I love this deck. It's got very beautiful messages, and they are very beautiful cards as well. Just gonna get a card as, you know, a loving word from Spirit to you, an advice from Spirit to you, a loving, you know, word to warm up your heart. Please, Spirit, come through and give pile number 2 a message that they need to hear right now. There you go. And we have got the blessing of creativity. Express yourself creatively and reconnect with your inner child. As ideas and inspiration surface, express them without thought, censorship, or judgment. Don't try to make sense of things, just allow, just feel, just be. This is a time where all is possible. You are limited only by what you think is possible. Again, limitless, boundless possibilities. That's the essence of the universe, right? That's the essence of us human beings. We are a fraction of creation. We are a part of creation. Therefore, we have the power of creation. And we are only limited by what we think is possible. That's why it is so important to reflect, to self-reflect, to dive deep within ourselves, to see the endless, boundless opportunities that are right before us, right? It's only about how we choose to see the world and we choose to see things, and that's exactly what we spoke about in pile number 1. So these readings, like both of them, are actually complementing each other. But yes, it's just Spirit is just telling you to express yourself, be creative. Don't judge yourself, don't censor yourself, just be you, okay? And just allow yourself to feel, to be. See, this is such a beautiful message. So that's what I have for you, my beautiful pile number 2. This is so exciting. This is such a beautiful reading. And if this resonates with you, please make sure to let me know down below. If you have watched this video to here and you've enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up for me so that I know it will mean the world to me, because I put a lot of time, effort and heart and soul into these readings. So it would mean the world to me if you leave a like, if you leave a comment to let me know that it resonated. If you would like to let me know how things unfold for you, what comes next after this dark room, dark empty room period. Like, I would love to hear from you guys, and thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the the vibes of this channel, I also invite you to subscribe for more readings like this, and I would be over the moon to have you as part of Celestial Wisdom's Tarot community. Once again, thank you so much for being here, and have a lovely one. I will see you next time. Thank you.